away from the new year, and with the new year comes New Year's resolutions. One of the biggest resolutions people often make is focused on getting their finances in order, and part of that is avoiding common money pitfalls. Certified financial planner Gary Abely joining us now with the top money mistakes to avoid in 2016. Good morning, Gary.
Well, good morning.
I know a lot of people always have great hopes for their finances when it comes to making those New Year's resolutions. So you say the first mistake, not taking advantage of your employer's 401k match.
That's right. So each year, employers are left with billions of dollars that they did not have to give their employees because the employees chose not to participate in their company's 401k plan. And so oftentimes a matching can be 50% up to 10%. Some plans have what we call a safe harbor match, where they actually match 100% of what the employee puts in up to a certain percentage. And so it's free money that's just thrown away if we don't decide to invest.
And would you say if you don't do anything else, try and do this? I mean, it seems like a no-brainer because then it's money that people don't see.
That's exactly right, and oftentimes people don't participate in it because they have consumer credit card debt. You know, average person has about $15,000 in consumer credit card debt,
okay,
and they want to get rid of that first. And so they say, well, I really can't afford to contribute to a 401k plan because I have all of this debt. And they may be paying $200 a month interest on this debt, and instead that could equate to maybe $500 a month into a 401k plan.
Wow.
Because they would get their employer match, and of course, oftentimes people can put away $300 a month at a net cost of only $200 a month because they have the tax savings as well.
And again, you're not seeing that money, so it's kind of
That's
easy
right.
to do.
Exactly.
The next money mistake, buying a new car?
Well, right. The moment you drive off the lot, you lose about 10%.
True.
So we always recommend buying a car maybe 2 years old. You have quite a bit hit, you know, on the value. So you may be buying the car at 60 or 65% of the original cost, and yet it's still under that factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. So, you know, most manufacturers have a 3-year bumper-to-bumper, and so you know you're not buying a lemon if you're buying one 2 years old, as long as it's reasonable mileage, and you'll save sometimes 40%, 45% of the cost of a car.
That's huge, especially if you're looking at a particular car that you'd like to get, but you can't afford the brand new model.
Exactly.
Taking a step back a couple of years might be a good option for you. I know a lot of people do this, living paycheck to paycheck. It just seems like it's become like the American norm.
It is, and part of that is our wages have not increased for, you know, decades, and so we recommend, again, having a goal, having a savings goal, and trying to get out of debt so that you're not living paycheck to paycheck. The biggest risk, of course, paycheck to paycheck, is that if something happens to your job. You know, unemployment typically only covers 40% or so of the costs that you're going to need. And so if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you could find yourself in a really bad situation. So a savings goal is important. So we typically have 3 goals for folks. You know, it's just starting out, maybe a goal for their housing, a goal for their retirement plan, and then most importantly, a goal for their emergency stash, so that if something happens, they don't find themselves, you know, on the street.
Sure.
So,
well, Gary, great advice. Where can people find you?
They can find us at financialgroup.com.
Okay. All right. Some good advice heading into the new year. We all need a kick in the pants when it comes to the finances, for sure. Still to